I am not giving Jeremy Swayman 8 times 8. And the more I think of it, they should have taken him to arbitration again. I'm not giving him a contract. I'm against the overcommitment in goal. And I've reached this conclusion. They should have kept Allmark for a year and traded Swayman and filled out their roster with they would have had a cheaper goalie, and they would have gotten a much better return for Swayman. They could have filled out their roster, still have a good goalie in net, and I would have done that. And I'm not giving him 8 times 8. I would have taken him to arbitration again. 1 year, you're pissed off about it, I don't care. Okay? You're going to have to play well. You're still going into your unrestricted free agent year next year or the year after, whatever that is, whatever his term is. Whenever he hits those years, you've still got to play to make your money going into your big contract years. You're pissed off at the team. Okay, that's fine. Tim Thomas was pissed off at the team in 2011. Boy, he wouldn't even wear black and gold pads. Remember that?
Yeah.
He changed the color of his pads. He was so pissed off, he wanted out. So he's pissed off. Big deal. Be pissed off. Stop the puck. Like right now, I would not give him that contract. I'd make him play it out, and I'd use the money elsewhere. And I'm not afraid of the next goalie. I'm not afraid of Boosie. I said this, but I said this off the air, but I'll say it on the air. Here, mark this down. Mark tape, Majori. By the end of the year, you're going to be saying that this Korpisalo isn't so bad. And you say he's pretty good. You're going to get a good year. I don't even know his first name. What's his name? What's his first name? Jonas?
Yeah. Jonas.
That
whatever.
guy.
Yeah.
Jonas Korpisalo. That guy. Well, one of the worst goalies in the league. By the end of the year, you're going to be saying, not bad. They've hung in there. They do well in front of him. He's not. You haven't noticed a difference. You're going to say this guy's pretty good. He's going to be pretty good. I'm not afraid of Boosie. I'm not overcommitting in net. I'm not giving Jeremy Swayman 8 times 8. And this isn't to say that he's bad. I think he's an excellent goalie, and I like him more than Swayman. It's just about the commitment at that position. Like I'm just against it.
Yeah, I'm ultimately with you. I feel like, again, looking at teams just in recent years. I mean, St. Louis did it to the Bruins just a couple of years ago. Vegas did it with Aiden Hill. I feel like, to me, in the NHL now, and it's really been this way for like 10 plus years. If you're going to win the cup, you just have a good system. You have really good defensemen, a couple of good centers, and you get hot with kind of a stiff in net, and that's how you win. The counter to that's Tampa. So if you're going to pay a goalie like that, and you think you have someone that's, in Jeremy Swayman that could be Andrei Vasilevsky, then you pay him. But do you think he's that?
Well, so listen, if I can pay my goalie at the top of the market and still have a great roster, yes, fine, no problem. Give me all the great players. That's great. And Tampa's been able to do it. And so is Florida. Both Vasilevsky and Bobrovsky make top of the market dollars. Okay? They also have great rosters. So they've been able to figure that out. It feels like here it's an either or. We're paying this guy that, so we can't have this. Like it does. I feel like they only have 5 real forwards for the top 6. They could have a 6th, but they're paying the goalie. Or they only have 3 defensemen that make sense in the top 4. They could have a 4th, but they're paying. It feels like here I am robbing Peter to pay Paul. So if I had a championship caliber roster and I could pay Swayman 8 because he's a good goalie, fine. No problem. So I'm just against, I'd still trade him. I'd still trade Jeremy Swayman now and fill up my roster. And instead of giving him 8, find someone at 4 and have this nameless goalie have Joe Average at 4. Korpisalo I think he's costing him 3 or 2 after the buy. And that's what I would do. I am against 8 at 8 times Swayman, which isn't a prediction on how he's going to play. So I don't want to hear if they win the Stanley Cup and Jeremy Swayman standing with the cup. He's capable of doing that. I still don't want to give him 8 times 8.
What about a shorter deal, Mike? We had a couple of NHL writers on at night that mentioned that there could be somewhere about a 4-year deal, maybe 6.5, something like that. Is that something that you would like with the team?
Better, yes. I do 4 times 6.5 versus 8 times 8 for sure. Oh, well, then what are you doing 4 years after pay him again? Then I find the next guy. Just like they're always able to find the next guy. It's the one thing they do right. They get the goalie right. So ride that. Use that money elsewhere. If you get this thing right, why do you have to overpay for it?
Yeah, see, I just think generational type goalies, which I think Vasilevsky was, without him, they don't win back-to-back in Tampa. Then you pay someone like that. I don't know if Jeremy Swayman's that. He's good. He's really good. I don't know if he's one of the...
Are we sure? I'd have to go back, but Hedman, Stamkos.
Oh, he's real good.
Braden Point.
Vasilevsky's
Vasilevsky's great, but that was the best roster too.
Yeah, it's a stacked team. I think I'm ultimately with you because it's just they screw up so much of the cap and it's a real, that's real in the NHL. Like, I'd be wary too of giving him that much money.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Maz here. For more Bruins analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.